Hey guys, welcome to another video of Ace. Right now I'll be doing a Game 2 recap of Newbie vs Team Liquid that happened earlier today in the Dota Pit Minor. Okay, so I did a draft analysis. If you haven't checked it out, please go and watch it before coming to this because it's a bit related. I mentioned that Liquid had a much stronger draft and I favor their draft a lot more than Newbie in this game too. But something I didn't mention was this Leshrac last pick by Newbie was really smart, I would say. It's a pick that's very hard to think about, but it made a lot of sense in this game. Okay, so against a hero like Winter Wyvern as well as X, you usually want to avoid having a heavy right click carry because you'll just be doing damage to yourself or your teammates with the spells like Winter's Curse as well as Call, X Call. Okay, so on top of that, if it's a melee core that does right click damage, you're going to be kited by Viper and you can't really man fight a PA. So they actually went for a pretty all-in pick on the Leshrac, which make a lot of sense. He has the damage that goes through this Phantom Assassin. He has a lot of magical bursts as well as physical on the Diabolic Edict. So yeah, in general, I think this was a very smart last pick, and it allowed Newbie to have a very strong laning phase, or at least they should have a very strong laning phase. Okay, so anyway, moving out of the draft, I want to bring up a few points in the games that I felt were turning points, and yeah, without further ado, let's move on. The first one I want to bring up is at the 6-minute mark. Okay, so at the 6-minute mark, what happened? In the mid lane, it was pretty much Newbie were pretty much ahead right now. Slightly, but they were ahead. And this turnaround by Liquid actually pretty much bring the game into their favor, and I expected them to take the game from here actually.
Killing spree.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so here Newbie played a bit too aggressively and they got countered by Liquid, and they pretty much got 3-man wipe in the mid lane. It was a huge call by Mind Control, pretty much resulting in all their deaths. Okay, so at this point I felt that the game was pretty much in Liquid's favor. Like, Newbie, if they wanted to win this game, they needed to snowball their lanes and take control of the game. But at this point, Miracle had a triple kill. He was 14-17. He's top of the net worth. He's the most important hero. He's the hero that Newbie is going to have a lot of problem with. And he has such a strong start. This was the first point I want to bring about, and let's move on to the second. The second point happened in the 17 minute mark, and let's see what happens.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, at this point, Miracle had Battle Fury and he was walking towards a Desolator. So usually with Battle Fury you want to be farming instead of fighting. But here he just dived in without any vision. He had no vision on anyone else. He saw the Spirit Breaker and he just decided to go in. Okay, let's just rewind a bit. So at this point I understand that he don't see anyone. Sorry. So at this point he was just farming, he was getting charged by Spirit Breaker and he didn't see anyone else. By this point his team was running over to help him. So they were still quite far away though. They were running over. And maybe his team was telling him to bait, but he pretty much went in a bit too early. And it resulted in a very long drawn out fight that was pretty disastrous for Liquid in my opinion. And this gave Newbie another chance of winning this game. Suddenly they look like they are very much in the game. Okay, so this part, it was just a very long drawn out fight. Liquid pretty much lose everyone except Mind Control and Timberman. And it was at this point where I think Liquid were calling the two of them to try to buy time for the rest of Liquid to revive, and then they can just TP to the shrine and take another fight. They don't want to lose this fight and let it go unpunished, but on hindsight, it turns out to be the wrong decision because Miracle died again and extremely quickly. Okay, so right now they're trying to fight, they chase. Then Miracle TP'd alone to the shrine. At this point he was all alone, and when he TP'd he was surrounded by 5 newbie heroes who busted him down immediately. And you TP right into a last track, means all the AoE damage is going on to you. His teammate wasn't in position to follow up fast enough. And in my opinion, this was just a really bad play by Liquid in general, or maybe it's a Miracle playing too aggressively. Because sometimes when you're a hero like PA, you just tend to play a bit way too aggressive. So at this point, he only had a better Fury and Aquila face boots. He's working towards a Desolator. These 2 deaths within the past 1 minute actually slowed him down pretty insanely, I would say. Like, he could have actually gotten his Desolator within the next 1 minute or something, but now he's just starting to work towards it. Okay, so this is a huge fight for newbie, and I think it's a pretty big mistake on the side of Liquid. Okay, so moving on, let's see the power of Miracle when he actually has his BKB. Okay, so this was when Miracle first picked up his BKB. He had Desolator, Battle Fury and BKB. And he actually went ham in the fight and got an Ultra kill. The fight didn't start out well for newbie right in the first place, but they had Aegis and they were still going to take the fight. But this was when the BKB came into play.
Assassination.
Killing spree. Double kill.
Up. Glimmer Cape now, but they do pop the dust. Croaky should go down. Faith gets the bash, but Miracle right clicks. Another crit. Mind Control dies to KP. Matoma Man then kills KP, and now Miracle's just chasing Faith. Should be a kill. Oh, but maybe not. Maybe he'll get GH first, but Mookie, oh my goodness, gets another.
Okay, so at this point, Miracle actually had an Ultra kill, and that was pretty much the first showing of his BKB, 10 seconds. Yeah, so this is the power of what the PA is supposed to have, and imagine what would be happening in this game if the fight at the 17-minute mark didn't happen and he didn't slow down his farm by this much. At this point, he's still crushing the network, and that was after his back-to-back death at the 17-minute mark. Okay, so all in all, I just want to mention that Liquid's draft was really strong, and this PA was going to be unstoppable right from the start. It was just a few questionable mistakes, and I'm going to bring you to one of the most questionable mistakes of Miracle and how it costed Liquid 2 Rexes and almost the game. Okay, it was at the 32-minute mark. Okay, it was at this point where Liquid went for a Smoke Gang and they actually wasted Winter's Curse on a Brew Ultimate. It was a mistake on GH, but okay, this wasn't a big deal. At this point, they know they wasted Curse. The smoke wasn't broken, they knew it was an illusion. But look at Miracle. I understand that he has BKB AC there, so he knows his super farm, like absurdly farm, and he was level 25. He would just want to fight. So he had this very aggressive mentality. And he's not wrong, but look at the position, his team was running away already, and he went to try to kill an illusion, which totally didn't make sense. Like, why do you bother about this illusion? And at this point, Newbie was just clamping down and they just burst him down. They didn't kill him, it was a very good swap from Kuroki, but they pretty much just lost him the fight from there. They chased on and he died. And he didn't have buyback because he just bought the AC. He was 500 gold from buyback. So that was a very unnecessary play from Miracle in my opinion, where I felt that once the team know that they wasted their Winter's Curse, they could have just backed off. And that was what every one of his team were doing, they were just running away. But Miracle, he just wanted to stay and fight. And this costed his team, the team wipe, with no buyback on Miracle. And they lost 2 Rex here. Newbie actually tried to go for the throne here, but they actually decided otherwise after after X bought back. No, Winter Wyvern bought back, yes. Okay, so but regardless, they ended up taking 2 Rexes, and even after the 2 Rex that was taken, I think Liquid was still very much in the game, and they should know at this point that they just cannot make the same mistake anymore. They have to play a flawless game from then on, and they should be able to take the game regardless, even though they are down 2 Rex right now. And KuroKy, being the extremely good captain that he is, he definitely knows this, and they just need to play this game normally. Don't make any more mistakes, and they're gonna take it. Okay, so that was pretty much what happened for the rest of the game. Liquid played very well from then on. They just didn't make any mistake. They played how their draft is supposed to go, and yeah, it looked really bad at this point where they actually lost 2 Rex.
Dire's middle barracks. Dire's top tower is falling.
Liquid put out a very good fight here to defend, and I think Miracle's teammates really saved him from throwing this game. He really almost threw the game. It was actually a very difficult game for them to lose in my opinion, but he almost threw it. Okay, so moving on to the last part of the video, I want to bring up the point on the 52-minute where
Dire's top.
okay, so at this point, what just happened? Liquid just push into Newbie's base after having Aegis and Cheese, and they actually were forced to buy back on all their heroes. If you notice here, all of them bought back. All five Radiant heroes bought back. So they are all down with no buyback, and right now they have to actually force a play onto Liquid's final sets of Rex. And if it fails, they are most likely going to lose. And if they work, then they will win. So it's pretty much an all-in play from them now. And it's their last chance. They have no other choice. And at this point, just watch how the fight goes, and it was pretty much a GG when they failed the push. Okay, so at this point, X had no buyback, and they're going to be fighting 4v5. They could have easily waited out the X to respawn. They had a lot of wave clear and ways to buy time, but they went for an aggressive play. It almost failed, but it worked out in the end. It was a really risky play though. Let's watch.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Just wants it for the BKB
and the extra missile.
That will be big if he has. So that's like having a 10-second BKB again, which is nice. 11 actually, because he has 6 + 5. I did my math. And ulti comes in from GH. Mugi getting right click down. I mean, the problem is, oh, what a swap back. And now they're just going to find a Mugi taking so much damage. SEC does get his split off. They charge in. Can they bring down the PA? They're doing so much damage to him. Mugi just even in the air. He has so much AoE damage. That is no buyback now from Miracle. KP goes down. No buyback as well. Mugi dies. It's a 2-for-1 trade right now. And there we go. Faith charges in. GH dies. Over to Mugi.
Okay, so it was at this point where Newbie actually threw everything to kill PA, knowing that he had no buyback, and that was a very good game plan by them. But this was also why Matumberman was able to go ham in this fight, because Newbie already wasted everything they have on PA, and Matumberman was just there doing all his stuff. And even though they brought him down in the end, he was the only guy in the whole game with buyback, and that was pretty much GG for Newbie from here on.
Mugi putting in so much work. Faith goes down. Matumberman though here. Mind Control gets the call off onto Rubik, and yeah, buybacks are limited right now. KuroKy getting healed up nicely. SEC's like, wait, I'm in here alone. Where'd everyone go? Tries to kill KuroKy, can't quite do it. No one's
Okay, so pretty much now they just push down mid
will
and
not
move on.
respawn as well. And here we go. They're just going to go for the game-winning play. Matumberman finally with those items we were talking about. All he needs is Mjolnir and Butterfly. Dunk comes out on a creep, giving that move speed, and Kaka, oh, barely gets it off. 15 seconds left for Mugi. Will he even make it in time? We have a glyph up, and they're going to use it early. Use it on the tower. Smart play. And now it's going to be up to this Leshrac. Can the Leshrac plus the Rubik hold for just a little bit of time? Nice blink forward, actually. Kaka gets it onto the Viper to buy him a little bit of time. He BKBs. He's just right-clicking it right now. Does he do enough damage? Looks like he might. Mugi's here trying to bring down Winter Wyvern, but this Viper doing so much. Nice pickup from Kaka. Throws Mind Control. Stuns them both. But there we go. Looks like we are going to have Matumberman just right-clicking down, and it will be the end of the game. A little bit of a base race situation, and Liquid refusing to drop a game takes this 2-0 against Newbie in a...
Alright, so that's what happened in this game, and I just want to mention that I definitely still agree that Liquid had the stronger draft, and you can see it in the game. They made a few mistakes, probably just Miracle. A bit too aggressive at 2 or 3 points in the game, and it costed them. It made the game much more close than it should have been. But regardless, the stronger draft from Liquid and the better calls in the late game from KuroKy, knowing that they are still in the game despite being down 2 sets of Rex. Yeah, that secured Liquid the victory in the end. Okay, I hope you guys like this game recap that I'm doing now for the first time, and let me know if you have any feedback or any more suggestions that you have for me. I'll try to do it, and hope you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well as like the video. Thank you.